I don't know if I can do the hello properly. My voice is coming.
Hello!
Hello and welcome to the SmackDown Preview. I'm Adam Wilbourn from WhatCulture. Here's a look ahead to tonight's episode of Friday Night SmackDown. But before we get into it, if you're a fan of this sort of thing, make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling and our podcast, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube. We do daily wrestling podcasts. We not only review SmackDown, we do Raw as well. And NXT 2. AEW Dynamite because pay-per-views, premium live events. We have interviews, roundtable discussions, and a round of the week complete with a very good quiz, of course, on wrestle culture. As I said, they're joined by Michael Hamflett to look ahead to this week's episode of Friday Night SmackDown. God, we're all so hungover, aren't we?
You're rough as.
All the fallout from Survivor Series War Games.
That's right, yeah. Yes, we should start this with a disclaimer.
You might as well, yeah.
You do whatever you want, man. I'm just looking to get out of the studio as quick as possible and going to get Greg's. There was a WhatCulture Christmas party last night.
Yes.
I couldn't make it.
Oh, no, good.
Which I was sad about, but I'm feeling fresh today and all that. You're not, but I respect that you're not.
The business.
Well, Adam Wilbourn respects the business, and we might as well get to that straight away because you can too with our first ever range of Respect the Business WhatCulture merch. There's t-shirts, aprons, mugs in both of the dead man's colours, black and less black, also known as white. It's a parody of a kind of semi-beloved / infamous WWE shirt, but it says the catchphrase of matters, respect the business. WhatCulture.com/shop, and is the code still active?
I believe so.
If you use the code WrestleCulture, 10%, Nicholas?
Yes, I
You
believe
get a
so.
10% discount. Fantastic merch, Nicholas.
Yes.
On all of this fantastic merchandise. It's been one we've been looking to get out there for ages, quite frankly. Haven't even got one ourselves yet, so fingers crossed we can get some in just so I can model them on the podcast because I absolutely love it.
Yes, I believe so.
The mug is absolutely
Yeah, it's good.
For Christmas, for example, let's say people are opening their presents and that, and I'll put the kettle on with my new mug. And it might say, like, I don't know, like, world's best dad or Merry Christmas.
And you know what happens when you pour hot water into it?
What's that?
You can make a cup of tea. Doesn't change or anything like that. You know, people might have been expecting, the colour change, though. So it's not that. But
Adam Wilbourn would like to confirm that if you buy the Respect the Biggest Business mug and make a cup of tea, the Undertaker's clothes don't fall off.
Oh, do they?
Oh, well, they might do. We can't promise that, but we also can't unpromise that. Somewhere you might, holy goddamn, I'm naked.
go down my slide.
Those Mr. Bean looking asses making their cups of tea again. Tea.
How dare you?
Or a coffee, of course, dead man. I'm presuming he prefers coffee over tea.
Yeah, I just, I had a good time last night, but I'm feeling pretty today.
Yeah.
A little bit moody, like the centre where they are tonight for SmackDown in Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
The Moody Centre.
That's good.
Yeah.
You got anything on that one?
Boobies.
Yeah, all right. Booby centre, yeah.
What type of
Where's this going?
type of bees make milk?
Ah, good, right.
My favourite joke, that.
Yeah.
Boobies.
You told Eric that one? He'd get it.
It was his first words.
First words, first joke. His first entry on Gooner Comment of the Week. This week is from my own son.
So what do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about SmackDown.
I may have sent Michael Hamflett a couple of voice notes, okay?
Wilbourn singing Roxanne by the Police down a voice message to me at 2:45 in the morning that I could listen to when I woke up first thing with the earbuds in.
What are you picturing when you get that voice
I am
note?
picturing, so it's 2:45 in the morning, and I'm just picturing my colleagues and friends who are just total legends on the massive piss in a bar in the town, little Santa hat on like the carton on your Christmas jumper. Mm-hmm. the last survivors of the Christmas night out. Ultimately,
Yeah.
It sounds like it was like a brilliant time. But there's always I've been in that crew before. Where it's like, you do not want this night to end. We're going to keep this going. One more bar, and I'm like, I wonder who he's with. There's probably I was thinking maybe Nicholas, maybe Phil, because historically it might have been me. You know, like there's certain long stayers that you can kind of anticipate are going to be some of the last to leave. And then so I got that one, and then you did another one, Dancing in the Dark by Bruce Springsteen. I genuinely thought, right, because you cracked this joke yesterday. Hamflett, they're playing my favourite Bruce Springsteen song. And I thought you were going to hold the phone up to speaker and it was going to be Sam Fender. So I was actually quite pleased to hear a shoot Bruce Springsteen, well, a version of it. So that was a picture. It was quite a nice one. Like my friends, full of like festive cheer on the big piss, at daft time of night, knowing that I'd be in the next day to sort of enjoy the aftermath of that.
Yeah, that's
what was the actual picture?
That wasn't what happened. We were at, what's it called? Louis'
Liquor Store.
Louis' Liquor Store in Big Market. Like you say, the right sort of final survivors. And then someone's like, right, I can't remember who's like, finish last drink. And they're like, right, come on, let's go and get some food. Let's go home. I just went, right, come on, let's go to Cozy Joe's then. Come on, off we go. And everyone was like, we're not going there. And I went, I'm going to be going there. I'll be going there. And I think everyone thought he's talking a big game. And he's going to get there and he's going to go, no, I can't do this. No, walk straight in me, mate. Well, I say walk, stumbled in, went, it's pretty uneven, this floor, judging by the way I can barely stand up. And then I walked out into the smoking area and thought, right, what are we doing? And text Nicholas being like, it's bouncing in here, mate. He's like, you've not actually gone to Cozy Joe's, have you? So I bought a orange VK, shout out Chesterfield as always, and took a picture with it and sent it to him, and then went, probably time to send Hamflett some voice notes, if anything.
You screaming into your phone next to complete strangers, I imagine, drinking a VK Blue. Like,
oh yeah, the VK Blue came after. I went upstairs.
Sorry, VK Orange, then a VK Blue. You've put like.
I think it was upstairs when Roxanne dropped.
Right. Okay. So,
and I thought, well, now's the time and now's the place.
I'm just checking here as well. I've got a message at 2:32.
Yeah.
It just says YMCA just dropped.
To give you a measure of the sort of place.
I just wanted a Christmas song as well. I was waiting for ages.
You get one.
I think he played the Pogues.
Right.
Obviously.
Nobody up on stage singing the first line of the song for the full 3 minutes.
No, the people, the downstairs there was no karaoke as far as I could tell. The upstairs, because that's when I wandered upstairs and caught Roxanne and a VK Blue. The upstairs, I walked in and I was like, what the hell's going on? It was just two people singing Islands in the Stream.
But
I was like, it's an interesting choice.
Popular karaoke duet, I imagine that one. I hate that record. I don't know what it is. It's one of them ones that just gives me the ick for some reason. Islands in the Stream.
Rely on each other.
Yeah. I think it's because when like if a song is sampled or covered, it changes the composition forever.
Why?
And I love
Ghetto Superstar.
Like I love that song.
I never heard Islands in the Stream before Ghetto Superstar. So I heard Islands in the Stream and I was like, oh, it's an interesting working of Ghetto Superstar.
An old people version of Ghetto Superstar.
Yeah.
No, that happened, and then I kind of it's sort of like right in the bin. You know, when we like sort of if somebody was to dare come up with like Bret Hart slander and criticism and be like, well, look how it's advanced, Hamflett. Come on, move on. No, thank you. I won't. It was better than anything. I'm sure people think that about Islands in the Stream, and then they hear Get a Superstar or millions of versions of sampled records and stuff, and just think you can't improve on perfection.
I do remember being at Bestival one year, and it was like the mid-afternoon on maybe the Sunday or whatever. So it's a bit more of a laid-back thing. I think I've got a feeling it was either like a tribute group or the actual some members of the Jackson 5 performing. And I was just sat there eating some food or whatever, and I watched a young girl walk past with her mum and turn to her and say, why are they playing Rihanna?
Well, yeah. This is
and
how
I
it
was
goes,
like,
right?
oh, yeah.
You only know what you've heard the first time until somebody tells you otherwise. Would you like a quick diversion before we get onto SmackDown content? Along the lines of...
We've got a lot to get through as well.
Well, along the lines of last year's, you may recall, because I had only thought about this again this morning. I remember thinking, God, that's a really bleak corner of your life, this Hamflett. And then wait a minute, you shared it on a podcast. Remember about 12 months ago, approximately, when I shared the story of a little self-help tool I have around Christmas, the time of year I get a bit stressed with the idea of all the tasks and hassle and all that.
Is this Whamageddon?
No,
But it's close. It's Hamflett again, very much. On the train in at the very start of December, when Christmas has kind of become unavoidable, I force myself to listen. It'll come back to you in a second.
I remember what it is now.
I force myself to listen to Christmas Lights by Coldplay and like allow it to sort of wash over me, and then get off the train. It's like, right, just grit your teeth. It's a month. You know, like
I love that. Everyone's favourite time of the year. Just get through it. It's going to be the Rumble season, man.
Basically, yeah. Like I am on the countdown to Christmas. It just starts on January 31st.
You basically like you turn into Adam Copeland during this period.
It's true.
Just need grit to get through it. You got the vein coming out the middle of your head.
I need grit inside. I need grit on the pavement so I don't fall over and break my old man bones like he does all the time. So yeah, I listen to Christmas Lights by Coldplay just to have that like
Christmas night.
Yeah. Well, the fate of really sad. What's the point of anything when you're an old dad? So I just get through this. And it happens. And I'm coming across the Tyne Bridge into Newcastle, and there's a bloke, and if this person is a listener, and this is your exact morning, 1 in a million shot. Well, maybe not 1 in a million with the number one wrestling UK podcast, but like, I'm so sorry for the fact that I'm about to shoot on your entire life.
Oh, God.
But get your together. Right. He gets on the train, and trains now in the UK, you do have to buy a ticket before you board. And if I was a conductor, I wouldn't be as jobs was to find somebody. I'd just sell them a ticket.
Yeah.
But it can turn into this like real awkward back and forth. You see it happen sometimes. Some people know the rules. Some people have blatantly kind of tried to get away with it because a lot of stations don't have the electric gates and all that. And whatever, I don't judge people for that. But if you get got and you don't get fined by a Jobsworth conductor, and no offense to the conductors if they're told they've got to do this, but if they just sell you a ticket, then you've done all right. And just, well done for getting as far as you got, but you've paid the ticket. This guy, like late 20s maybe, just didn't seem to know he was on a train. Like he was together, he was going somewhere. Like he had an iPad with him. That's going to matter in a second. So everybody gets the phones out, the tickets out, scan the tickets, whatever. And the ticket is just wants his morning, just wants to get down the train, get back again, whatever. Doesn't want fuss. And he's like, what? You got on at Sunderland? Yeah. Right, where are you going? Newcastle. Right, can I see your ticket? No, I'm going to Newcastle. Right, well, can I see your ticket? I want to go to Newcastle. I got on a Sunderland.
So he wanted to buy it on the train.
But he wouldn't just say, can I get a single to Newcastle? He wasn't talking in train ticket purchasing words. He just kept saying, I want to go to Newcastle. I know this, by the way.
I want to go to Newcastle, Daddy.
I know this, by the way, because one of my headphones battery went dead this morning, but only one of them. So I've got to hear half of the world, where typically I can block the whole thing out. Maybe I only had half Christmas lights, and that's why it hasn't fully worked this morning.
It's a half dose.
Christmas. Another. Well, hang on. So anyway, I'm listening to this conversation out my, and it's just going back and forth. Nobody's getting anywhere with this, and the conductor's getting progressively more pissed off. And he's reading. He's like, "Look, the deal is now you got to buy a ticket before you board. This is like you could pay a fine. I won't charge you a fine today."
That's good of him.
Yeah, but the guy's like, "Oh, right, okay, yeah, but just to Newcastle, please." He still hasn't said the words, "Can I have a single ticket to Newcastle?"
Yes.
Which pisses me off. But anyway, he sells him a ticket, and I'm kind of narc with this guy. And then I watch him get off the train, right? And he's been on his iPad. He's like only a seat in front of me. Was it even a laptop? Anyway, he's dicking around on a big device, not a phone. And he puts it in what I think is his backpack. And then he gets off the train, and I'm just like sort of two people behind him. And he's like got all of his possessions in like a bag for life, a fairly robust one, but like a kind of Poundland bag for life thing. And I'm thinking, I mean, that's a bit. You want to be careful there, mate. And he walks like 5 steps off the train, commute train, busy time of day. You got to know who you are at this time of the day. But it's a time for certain people. It's like pensioners going to the post office on dinner times. Don't do that. Leave that for the people who are at work and only have a dinner hour. You've got all day to go to the post office. Anyway, he just gets off the train, takes like 3 steps, just stops dead. Just stops dead, right? With his bag for life and his iPad, with a ticket that he's only just purchased because apparently he only just learned about the idea of tickets. And he kind of stares at one of the departure boards, and it's like, well, you can't be going to anywhere else, mate. You don't know a lot about these trains. I don't know how you're going to make it to London or Manchester if you could barely make it to Newcastle. Like, he just stops dead. And like a bunch of people have all this sort of stuff. And I'm leaving the station, Christmas lights, you're still pissed off. And I'm just like, as a parent now, it would have been once upon a time where it would have been like, ranting about them bloody annoying people on trains or whatever. I am actually on the parent side of things where it's like somewhere there might be some parents that don't know that their son in his late 20s could basically die at any moment because he cannot function as an adult. Like I was just, there are some people, I've ranted about this before. You know, people that are like mega late, but just in time for like planes and stuff.
Yeah.
They should go. The plane should leave because those people have learned through their life that they can do that. Yeah. And all that does is it creates stress for other people. Yeah. If you're sat on the plane and then everybody's the last person going, sorry guys, that's not good enough. We should have taken off 5 minutes ago. I was here 2 hours before like I was told to, and I was through checking an hour before. Like, I followed the rules that are outlined. They're not written in stone, but come on, I've followed like society. Is it Sidgwick's bag on the chair thing? Like, there are a lot of those that keeps, it's the thin ice that we all walk on. And if more of us dicked about like this guy with his iPad,
nothing to get done.
The ice smashes. He needs to go on trains between the hours of like 11 and 2. Yeah. When the station is quiet. In the daytime, not on a weekend. You're banned from trains on a weekend. Like I don't know what's he doing next? Like, if he gets on another train, like, how does he eat? Where does he forage? Like, what's his money? What's his revenue stream? How's he escaping today without his iPad getting nicked out of that bag? Like, they're really me off, man. Like, there's too many people. You're not functioning. I'm not a great adult, right? I'm 40 years old and I'm still growing into being an adult. Like, there's some things I can do well, like as a dad, and you kind of learn as you go. You understand this. There's some things that you never imagined you would do, and you just kind of have to grit your teeth and do. I can't do a lick of DIY. Like, my wife takes care of all of that. I was a pathetic driver, so I stopped. There are certain little hallmarks of being a grown-up, and I was terrible at them, right? Luckily, like, I met somebody and married her, because I was like, well, you can do this. So, like, can you take care of me for the rest of my life, please? And I'll take care of our kids collectively a bit. So I'm not suggesting that
the wedding vows we're going through.
I'm not like Mr. Function, the boring Mr. Man, right? But I look at these people and how is today going to work out with you not like falling on the tracks and getting hit by a train? Oh no, I've slipped and fallen. Like, I don't like it. I do not like it. Like, his laces were undone because of course they were. Like, you know these people. It just. I'll try Christmas lights on the way home. I did make a playlist in my fury of the one Christmas song I really truly love with all my heart. 2,000 Miles by the Pretenders, not 1,000 Miles by the Proclaimers. Don't make that mistake. You make it every year and it pisses me off each time. 2,000 Miles by the Pretenders. And I thought a lot of people have covered this. So this is weird. I made a Spotify playlist of every 2,000 Miles cover. So on the way home, I'm just going to listen to like 18 separate renditions of a song I like, probably until I don't like it anymore.
6,000 miles. So who do you think is John Cena's final opponent then?
I'm going with Gunther because he is the perfect example of the type of commuter I'm speaking about. There is absolutely no way that man.
I mean, LA wouldn't be a bad commuter.
No, he'd be all right.
Or a computer.
He'd be a good computer. He'd be LA night, yeah. He'd be.
I'm a computer.
LA Knight would, do you know what pissed me off about LA Knight on the train? He would definitely get where he's supposed to go, and he understand, like, if they say, have you got your tickets? He'd go, yeah, and then he'd get his ticket out, and he'd have the QR code. But he'd man spread across, not just 2 seats, he'd get one of the table seats, and he'd just, like, man spread across it, and he'd get out, like, a laptop, and he'd put, like, the sports game of choice on football or something, or basketball. Oh, I forgot my headphones, yeah. But you watch it anyway. And like, who's going to, and he being like that, you know, he's like promo gear. Yeah. Like the leather waistcoat, the mirrored glasses, his own t-shirt. And like, if you're walking up and down that train, do you mind turning that down, please, mate? Let me talk to you, f*** off. Like, there's no way that he bothered, is he, about like a sort of a commuter's comfort. And not even in an obnoxious way. It's just the only way he lives. Yeah. He doesn't realise he's...
in his own little bubble.
Yeah, he doesn't realise he's offending the sensibility, but he definitely makes it to his destination.
I do find it weird, this
Gunther, by the way, Gunther sits, like I do, he goes into the window seat, he puts his bag on his legs to make sure that nobody should feel like they can't sit there if they want a seat, waits comfortably until the bag can go...
Is he sat like that?
Yeah, well, yeah, he's got great posture, obviously. Yeah. Both his headphones are charged, so he doesn't have my problem.
I think he's raw dogging it.
Maybe.
He's raw dogging the whole train journey.
Yeah.
Just looking out the window.
It'll occasionally flick down the little table in front of you, then flick it back up. Let's put anything on it, just like, oh, yeah, table. That's useful. I don't need it, but it's useful. Put it back up again. Sit and stare out the window.
He's just flicking up and down to his Steve tune.
I'll have a coffee, actually.
I do find it weird, the whole like, it shouldn't be Gunther. Yes, it should. It always should have been. It always will be. And now without the IC title stuff, it's quite unpredictable. LA Knight is a fun little addition to his, like, always being the nearly man. I do think there's going to be something coming of this as well for LA Knight. I don't think...
I agree. I like the LA Knight. What I hope is character development. There's a 2023, 2024, I'd be certain of it. 2025, less so. Well, I feel like I'm witnessing character development with LA Knight. I hope it's just not like a dropped thread. That he's kind of been getting increasingly pissed off with what he feels is a system operating against him. But Gunther still wins nonetheless. Tell me something. I am trying to be a better person, always. And with that, and part of that was trying to like take a break from X. Quieten the mind, and maybe I shouldn't have done so because now I'm paying way more attention to the commuters that are rubbish at it. But like, quieten the mind a bit. And now, when you tell me that, I didn't know. You mentioned it on another podcast. I was aware there's some pushback. How, and if you've got specifics, who? Because we're all guilty of that, like, a bunch of people are saying so-and-so. Is it, or is it one arsehole that's gone viral? Because I don't even get like, what's the rationale, or what's the report, or what's the... Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, there was a report the other day that we covered from TC of WrestleVote saying people within WWE don't love the idea of Gunther being John Cena's final opponent, but understand the decision. I thought, a bit late for this conversation, isn't it?
So either a wrestler is disgruntled, or one of the people in the suits that feed things is trying to maybe undermine Gunther's act a little bit. So
I think John Cena Sr. has also said that he doesn't like the idea of Gunther, but I also seem to remember his pitch was terrible.
Oh, yeah, aye. Because he's been in the business as well, so he'll have his own takes on what wrestling should look like and all that kind of thing.
He pitched JBL or something bonkers.
Yeah.
Here we go. John Cena Sr. reveals who he wanted his son's final opponent. I get it, but we haven't got a time machine. Where are we? So he talks about Baron Corbin not being Angle's opponent for his retirement match. Who would I like to see John face? This is on the All Access podcast. He said, obviously, I would say Kurt Angle number 1. What?
Oh, I see. Right. Yeah.
Adam Copeland number 2. Chris Jericho number 3.
Jesus Christ, John.
And a wild card on my part, I'd love to see John Cena face JBL. What year is it?
They're all wild cards, John. Every single one you've pitched there's a wild card. Where's your mild card? Like, give me somebody off the main roster at least. It's fine. Like, the debate about who the last challenger should be is healthy, I guess. But like, Gunther as the outcome is something that I think a lot of us had probably looked at from the very start of the year before you knew how all of it was going to play out. If only because you wanted the match. You know,
Corbin would be funny.
There's an element of that where like you kind of beat him and say, this is what I do now. I come back, I retire, see you later, guys. And he's just gone.
Especially because it was the SummerSlam match that he just took the piss. Feels like that was one of the last ones that I remember where Cena was like,
that was bad.
It's a pretty good SummerSlam, actually.
So is that where you won a bunch of money?
Yeah. Thank you, John.
Yeah, Cena treated him like garbage was unacceptable.
Put a cowboy hat and was like, he doesn't want none of this.
Yeah, there was a story going around at the time, because if you recall, Baron Corbin had money in the bank and it looked like things were rosy. And then there was a story that leaked out that there was some concussion protocol discussion, and he had his own input on it where they weren't taking something quite seriously enough, and he was coming at it from his American football. Well, when we were in the NFL, they actually told us this and this and this about it, and they were like, shut up. Like, just try not to bump into any door frames or something was basically the extent of their advice.
And they tried to cash in on Jinder. Cena was there for some reason.
And apparently their exchange, this is proper water cooler rumor stuff, speculation. I'm not, he went backstage and just gave, say, like Vince McMahon or somebody with power the nod of, he's not got it. And that was enough then for them to go, oh, good, right, fine, we'll bury him then. Like, leaves a briefcase.
I remember that when that happened, and people were like, because I think he's yelling at Cena for some reason, and then Jinder rolls him up. And I remember people desperately trying to cling on to something, being like, if you look, Jinder's foot's actually underneath the bottom rope, so they'll probably run that back as a proper title match. And they went, nah. Moving on.
If you examine it closely, you'll find that the person who's currently the WWE champion is a really terrible wrestler. So he's poorly performing. So maybe we can give Baron the case back and he can do something about that. No, that's just a guy they've gone with.
Faced Cena at SummerSlam. Oh, okay, so he doesn't get the cash in, but he gets a big win over John Cena on a big 4 pay-per-view. No.
I might briefly, if I may, enter one of Sidgwick's corners on this Gunther thing. Conspiracy corner. Paul Heyman feeds the streets. That much is extremely obvious. Sir, how dare you accuse me, sir? What do you mean the entire WrestleMania card got leaked last year and I didn't like it, so I got it out there? What if this is politics stuff and somebody, maybe Brock himself, maybe Paul Heyman, maybe somebody linked to the act, doesn't want the Gunther WrestleMania match, and it's a little bit of peck to try and undermine Gunther's reputation slightly, because that is this fantasy booking ideal of a less than ideal situation, isn't it? It's like, well, if Gunther beats Brock at WrestleMania, nobody really wanted Brock Lesnar to return, but there's like, I don't even want to call it a net positive. There is this like small gain of Brock Lesnar's return to television, like defeated by the newer, superior version of himself in Gunther. Would you have a weird time to want to reduce Gunther's status when he's one of the best booked wrestlers of the Triple H era?
Yeah.
Deservedly so. And yeah, there's conspiracy on my part. Like, whoever's got that information out feels like they've got something they want to gain from it.
What's next for Cody Rhodes? I have an idea for this, by the way.
Go on then, yeah. What's your idea for it?
Post-Survivor Series, I think, because we're in that weird period right now, they could well, akin to what they did with Punk and Bron Breakker, set something up as like, right, well, the year's nearly over, but to kickstart 2026, we're going to have a big title match. For me, I love the Bron Breakker thing.
Yeah.
Like, and there's talk today about Bron winning the Rumble and things like that, so it looks like it's going to be a big year for him. All right. Personally, I think he should just win the title.
Same.
But anyway, my idea was, we know there's going to be matches next Saturday on this John Cena retirement thing. Why wouldn't you put your QB on there? Why wouldn't Cody Rhodes come out tonight and pitch a match with one of the big stars of NXT?
Love it.
Like, because he's
Love
not losing the title. It doesn't even have to be a title match, to be honest. But if you want to introduce people to Trick Williams, for example, him either announcing an open challenge tonight, and Trick's there because he's seeing Mello, or just is there because it's time for him to make the jump. And there was talk today in the news as well about loads of NXT people coming up.
I might have the perfect wrestler for this, but I love this pitch. Cody Rhodes, the character, would do that as well.
Yeah.
I've got the perfect wrestler for you.
Go on.
Well, what have we been fantasy booking for like 6 months, and it continues to be weird that it's not happened in Cody Rhodes' life, especially around like this time of year when it's not a WrestleMania opponent, but you're looking for somebody big for him to foo-ed with. The kind of thing that can use 10 years of lore and everything. You've had a lot to drink yesterday.
Yeah.
Randy Orton.
Oh my God.
Miles Bourne answers the challenge.
Yes!
And Cody beats him and does the old, like, you remind me of somebody.
And if Miles does it, they could say, "Oh, don't forget tomorrow night is deadline. He's in the Iron Survivor." So you're not having the match tonight. We're saying he answers the challenge to set up the thing for next Saturday. Yes.
I'd say he answers it tonight.
Well, in theory, you could do that. He could say, "I'll face you."
It's NXT's Miles Bourne. Yeah, we're going to see him in the. Yeah, I was thinking he just sort of arrives on the night, but yeah, he answers the challenge tonight. You book the match. Cody Rhodes versus the NXT guy, I think, is something that should happen. I think that's a brilliant pitch. Why would you not have?
Because he'd be in. Well, I don't know where in relation to things. He's there. Deadline's in San Antonio. This is in Austin, but Texas.
Oh yeah,
it's not that big, is it? It's Texas. Come on.
Well, you can fit 5 UKs in it.
I was talking to someone last night on the work night out, and I was like, yeah. She was like, I've been to Texas. I was like, I've been to Texas as well. And I was like, Dallas. And I think she might have said Austin. I was like, basically, the same, both been to Texas.
One end, different ends of the street, probably, isn't it? Texas Road.
Yeah.
Like,
probably saw you.
Were you the one in the cowboy hat? Yeah, definitely saw you. Bumped into you, probably. The idea of Cody wanting to be the true QB and defend his title on John Cena's last night, it would be my honor, John. There's one guy. Punk, less so. because I think like him and Braun Breaker is this very storyline heavy thing happening on Raw. Cody's he's not without a story, but the character currently is a guy that sort of has this desire to prove himself the best, which I think is something they should play up, because if they are going with Cody Roman 3 at WrestleMania, it's a pretty cool device to have Cody becoming increasingly insecure in his spot and like how the turntables have turned type thing.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns has never been more, to use like football adjacent terminology, on the beach. His last 2 years since he lost the belt has been a man on the beach, and it's why he comes back and he's always like just so dominant and everything's easy breezy, and it's just like, yeah, I'm here for a bit. Like, don't put me in the hospital division, but otherwise, don't ruin my life, my own family, but otherwise, every time they come back, it's with this idea of like, imagine if the It is a babyface situation in crisis, and then Roman Pope, to borrow another Sidgwichism, get it, and he just kind of rocks up and cleans up and then leaves again. That's Roman Reigns. So the fact that he is now this cool customer versus Cody Rhodes, a man carrying injuries, lost friendships, the wear and tear of being the top guy, and it's like, well done, Cody. Like, Philadelphia was 2024. You've been the top guy for 2 years. Try holding the belt for 4 and being the top guy for 10. His own version of the Fine Speech Kid. Promo, and like that first time that Cody has no choice. What he loves saying, don't flinch at, like in times of strife, like when he lost the belt to Cena and everybody's going like, is this all done? And then he's obviously been told, no, you're going to rematch at SummerSlam, we're going to fix it. I'm really sorry, the Rock broke everything. We'll fix it.
Really sorry.
Really sorry about that. So he was back on the don't flinch bus, wasn't he? That's so you can see the scenery, obviously. You don't want to flinch on the bus. So he's been on this don't flinch bus, but all of a sudden he's flinching. And Roman's on the get better bus.
Didn't Roman's driver win bus driver of the year or something?
He did, yeah.
I don't remember, I think it was Becky on Cody's podcast, and they were furious.
Wait a second. What is going on here?
I never know, man, especially not today.
Probably don't want to know this.
Did they have tickets, by the way, on this bus, or is that a whole other issue?
They bought tickets ahead of time because they were functioning adults aware of the rules.
Oh, God.
On the flinch bus.
Just want to clarify.
Is it like the Magic School Bus, the flinch bus?
What's the Magic School Bus?
Oh, it like, could it transform? I think it went into someone's body.
It's a school bus and it's magic.
Yeah. Right on the Magic School Bus.
Ain't you beautiful sight?
Magic. Well, you know what? We're going to be photoshopped onto.
Magic School Bus. Have we talked about this before? Because I feel like this feels like one of those weird, you know
the Magic School Bus.
When we have a bit of a joke.
Do you not remember her? What's her name?
Like we're only like 3 or 4 years apart, but then sometimes
Miss Frizzle, yeah. What year is it?
It's 2025, mate.
94 to 97, there you go.
You'll make a reference and I'll sort of feel like you grew up in like aristocratic Pride and Prejudice Britain.
See, look, Little Richard performed the theme song to the Magic School Bus.
What?
Yeah.
Little Richard?
Yeah.
WrestleMania 10's Little Richard? What?
Do you not remember this?
I love that. Your whole life, isn't
He
it?
He mimes American Beautiful.
Everybody's got a connection to wrestling somehow.
Everything's wrestling.
Everything's wrestling.
There she is, look. Mr. Iguana's there as well.
God, yes, Mr. Iguana on a lap. Nice one. No, I've never seen that.
Miss Frizzle got it going on.
I was going to say you quite fancy Miss Frizzle, don't you? I can see what's happening here. Yeah.
I'll show you some Magic School Bus later.
You're talking to me on Miss Frizzle.
I thought you were talking to Mr. Frizzle.
I can get my Magic School Bus out.
Aye.
I'll give you a dumb flinch bus. What the were we talking about? I mean,
Thought it was eggs.
You cannot get that. You would do untold things with that.
Just while they're on the laptop to all the people at home, here's a lovely picture of Adam Wilbourn from the night out with his VK. So,
have you put it on the screen?
It's on the screen.
Oh, I can't wait to see this.
For the viewers at home.
Look
at him. Look how happy he is. Bless him.
Yeah, show me while it's on the screen. Can I have a look at it in That's lush. That is lush. That looks like a boozy version of that one that got you on Reddit. You know, it was Nemo with the face swap.
Yeah.
He used to do a face swap with a bottle of VK Orange. Quite
a selection in Coach Joe's of VKs, by the way.
How many flavours?
I'd say at least 5.
Right, flavour guessing game. VK Orange, VK Blue.
Yeah, VK. It was like I think it was VK orange and passion fruit or whatever.
Okay.
Like almost like a J2O.
Watermelon VK. Hi. That like purple and green one.
Maybe.
VK Ice.
Yes.
The OG. Not VK Iron Brew in the spirit of Iron Brew Wicked.
Oh, there might have been. There was a sort of weirdly coloured tropical fruits one.
I remember.
Tropical fruits. What colour was that?
Like a yellowy, orangey. That was next on the list. If I hadn't decided, probably time to go home now.
Like my neon food and drink. Keep talking.
But yeah, they had. I mean, green, purple, all the flavours.
You get through all of them, don't you? Just one of each. Stick them in one of them buckets. I'll drink out of that.
Have I told the story on the podcast about how I mind freaked the people at Cozy Joe's one Christmas party?
Yes, you have.
Yeah.
Okay. You can tell it again if you want. You're very proud of it, and you were right to be proud of it.
Me, Hamflett, and Danny Megan. Shout out to the legend of WhatCulture.
Danny, he does content for WhatCulture on. I was going to say Doctor Who, but I don't mean Doctor Who, do I? I do mean Doctor Who.
Yeah, I think you do.
Right. Danny Megan does content on Doctor Who, and he does it very.
Channel manager for Who Culture.
Yeah.
Who?
Danny Megan.
Who?
Danny Megan.
Doctor Who?
Danny Megan. Ex-Leeds United Danny Megan, can we say?
Yes.
The man has lived a life. Like, you can go online and find that, like, he was signed for Leeds, but he was like, nah, I'm making loads out of Doctor Who.
So we ended up just the three of us remaining on the night out. And Cozy Joe's is like a bar/karaoke place, but they also have rooms that you can rent.
Yeah. It was admirable of him considering that he doesn't have to put up with... It's not like Nicholas where he has to endure our stuff every day.
Well, I'm fairly certain he helped us do the intro to SmackDown that week.
He did. He's on that episode.
Yeah.
That'd be where you explained it.
Yes. And I just basically... Their booking system allowed me to book for Friday 1 a.m., which obviously was like Friday into 1 a.m., effectively Saturday morning. But the booking read Friday 1 a.m. And I said, excuse me, I think you'll find by my watch it's Friday 1 a.m. Get those doors open. She was very kind and accommodating.
There was no need after I effed and Jeff, but
Yeah.
she did it anyway. Yes, my law that I've just realised. You know, early this year when we didn't see this coming, we couldn't have predicted it. Confusingly, Cody Rhodes started wrestling completely stark bollock naked.
Yes.
I don't know why that happened, but it was like, all right, Cody, weird flex. 2025 has been a strange creative year, but let's roll with this and see where it goes.
Yes.
Do you think he was doing it out of QB insecurity because who was the last guy to be known to just run around completely stark bollock naked? It was Roman Reigns on the island of relevancy, windmilling his dick.
Yes.
So is this like WWE champion law now, where it's like, yeah, you can main event pay-per-views, you can set box office gates, but like, how good's your naked work? And
Well, when you got your knob out.
and Cody's like, I'll show you. And then he did like 6 months straight knob out SmackDown, didn't he?
Yeah.
Like, nobody's talking about it anymore. It's not making any of the end of year lists. But maybe Roman brings it up in a promo. That's why it's like when they've got a mystery and they don't want to mention who the obvious person is. Roman's like, they're on like commentary, Wade's Barrett saying like, are we going to talk about when Cody's knob was flying everywhere in the air? And then they're like, no. Back off on that one. Because when Roman drops that bombshell in March,
Yeah.
it's going to be like the time Cody said BS in the Vegas stage thing. They go, he's mentioning naked Cody. We haven't heard about this since the SmackDown coverage of 2025. Island irrelevancy match.
Okay.
It's like the Olympics. They have to tie the knobs together. The first Olympics. They have to tie the knobs together, and then it's just a fight to was it the death or the submission?
I've no idea.
Wrestling in the beginning, right? In the beginning of all of this, even before Dave Meltzer,
Are
listen.
you sure you didn't go out last
I was
night?
about to say, before we go any further, and allow me to say this with you on the camera, what the f*** have you been on this morning, man?
I've been on. I've been on a drink that Wilbourn will tell everybody because this drink is a member of the Don Callis family, isn't it?
Dr. Pepper, 0!
Thank you. The first wrestlers in like, I was going to say Olympic. I was going to say Olympic times. I don't mean that, but like I think it's ancient Rome, Greece. The stuff that set the Olympics up, Athens. Who knows?
Imagine reading a history book that was worded like this.
I know the wrestling bit of it. I just skipped that. The first wrestling, right? I didn't make the rules. I wasn't born then. I know them all.
Clearly.
Two fellas. I will wrestle you. I will wrestle you more. Who are?
You're saying it, two fellas.
Two fellas. I wish to wrestle you, sir. Well, I think I'll wrestle you better.
How did they not like the word for it? How did they know the word?
They've invented it.
They've just, but what?
They're ready to go. Like, and then these clothes are surely an interruption in our wrestling, sir. I agree, sir. Let us strip completely nude. And it's like, but sir, what if our delicates get damaged in the heat of combat?
Picturing two really, really posh cavemen.
That's what people were in the past.
Yeah.
They didn't have banter, but they had this. So it's like, yeah, good point. We must build our generations of families with these gentlemen's agreements. Let us tie them together with a piece of string that will connect us both in combat but also in safety. And the guy's like, what? He's like, go with me on this. We're gonna tie our dicks together with string. He's like, you thought this all the way through, mate? Yes. So the second guy's less agreeable, but he's like, you know what? I really want to wrestle. I think we're onto something here. I think we might create the recognised leader of sports entertainment if we keep at this enough. So the first guy's like, I'll get the string. Well, you got that pretty quickly, mate.
Where have you got that from?
Yeah, we were completely bolloco a minute ago. I didn't realise you'd pocket in your leg. So here we go. I can't tie knots. It's the past. I've got it. You've really prepped for this, haven't you? So there's one guy that's more into it than the other, but nonetheless, he's like, well, no, I do want to wrestle. So they tie the knobs together with string and they wrestle, and then there's a winner, and then I don't know which one it is, and then I guess there's like either the first guy dies or the first guy is like, I am knocked out, and then he's like, right, cut the string. Google it. Well, maybe I'll Google it.
I'll Google it a lot on this podcast.
Right, yeah.
I'm drawing the line here.
I'll Google it on data while you talk about the next thing on SmackDown, because people need to know that this is what happened. Otherwise, because if I've imagined it, we've got real problems.
I do, yeah. I think I've heard something to the effect of what you said.
Mm-hmm.
How am I supposed to timestamp this, man?
Yeah, just question mark.
Oh.
What have you
Right.
Googled?
Right, I don't know the pronunciation of this.
Oh, God.
It's on Wikipedia. Kynodesme. Kynodesme. English translation.
I woke it up there.
The guy's name was Ty Knob to me.
English translation, dog tie, was a cord or string that was worn primarily by athletes in ancient Greece to prevent the exposure of gland's penis and to restrict untethered movement of the penis during sporting competition. They were tying the knobs together to
It
wrestle.
never says they tied together, are they? It just says tied.
Ah,
There's literally pictures to show you.
right.
You've got this so wrong.
I have misunderstood this. They have, in fact. Oh,
This is like, yeah, it's what I think it
they've
was.
tied their knobs
Like it's
to
a little
themselves
like it's
in like a bow.
Basically, imagine like you've tied it like a little Christmas present, right? With a
It
little
looks
bow.
exactly like a little Christmas present.
Why was the first bloke saying, I'll tie my knob to yours?
I don't know. I think he was probably, like me, misunderstanding the purpose of the string.
It was the part I was most looking forward to.
Let me open the drop down on the Wikipedia that says purpose. Oh, no, that's a shoot one. That looks painful. I don't want to look at that. Barbarians, decency, yes.
There's a bit.
No, I'm not going to read all of it for us. Yeah, there was times when two would be connected together in combat, but it was a safety measure. I don't know how.
It's a strap match.
I guess so. Like a dog collar, a cock collar.
Knob collar.
Knob collar match. So, and that's wrestling.
There's something quite ironic about that, isn't it? Like they're tying that to protect the helmet, whereas normally you would wear the helmet to protect your head.
So it's like they're getting it a bit wrong at first.
It's like, yeah, we tested it out, and turns out we need a helmet for the helmet. Actually,
they're like this close to invent the wheel.
yeah, you just gave up right at the finish line. You all right, mate?
Speaking of title matches,
Yep.
Do you think, are we going to get Chelsea Green fighting for the world title? Because we were speculating last week about that whole Women's US Championship celebration, and it felt like they're going to do some more sort of random challenges for her.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Jade Cargill, who's taken issue with her, saying, I'm the best women's champion ever, came out and just nailed her with Jade. And I thought, she's not going to win the title off Jade, but like, are they going to do a temporary thing where she fights for a second title, or third title would be for her, wouldn't it?
I had a bit of an out there idea on this one.
Go on.
So it was weird. Jade Cargill bullied her way through the locker room and then comfortably beat B-Fab, was it, in
Yes.
squash. And everybody kind of like didn't want to look when she came through the locker room, and like there were certain people that were willing to take the challenge on, but a lot were like, oh God, she's trouble. And Chelsea Green no-sold this in the desperate quest for her to get her pyro and a big night, and then ultimately,
it was very funny when it played afterwards. That made me laugh the way she sold that.
My pyro, and fell afoul of it ultimately, yeah. I'm hoping this is not a dropped thread, which I've already said once in this podcast with LA Knight, but not that kind of thread. We're not still tying penises together. She was looking, was she not, for a new member of the Secret Service?
Yes.
What if the reason that Jade Cargill and Chelsea Green have been brought together is because tonight, or very soon at least, like Chelsea Green comes out and she's like, I can't believe what he did last week. This will not stand. I might be the United States champion, but I could just as easily be the world champion. I back my words from last week.
Yeah.
Jade Cargill. People are like, what are you doing? She's going to come and kill you again. Yeah. And she does come out to kill Chelsea Green. And then a new member of the Secret Service is revealed, Meechin.
Ooh.
Somebody who ain't got nothing going on, and somebody that didn't seem to really want a piece of Jade Cargill anymore, now that she's the world champion. B-Fab and her were like hanging out as mates, but it's like, where's her challenge, you know? So she's thought, right, I'm going to answer the call. I'm going to be the new member of the Secret Service. And then it's like a 3-on-1 numbers game for Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green loses the Fouad, but ultimately the reason, and it's a mini program really, it's a daft Christmas thing where Jade just flattens her. But the idea is that Chelsea will be absolutely fine off the other side of it because she's Chelsea Green. Like, she's just lost to Jade Cargill, and people are like, well, fine. But really what this program has done is served the purpose of bringing Meechin in as like the new member of the Secret Service. Get well soon, Piper Niven, but everything you read is that it's going to be for a long time and maybe forever. But it's shored up things a little bit. So, like, after the fact, in the aftermath, yes, Chelsea Green's not won the women's world title, but she's still the US champion, and now her stable's whole again. And Meechin's got a brand new role as well.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I would be intrigued to see, because it feels like a dry run for me of like testing the audience. Chelsea Green is a world champion, and I would love to see it. I think she could do it as a heel or a babyface, to be honest. I think next year might be the year for it as well. Yeah. And it feels like they're just sort of going to introduce it here to then, have her fail, but get that sort of thought process in your mind that maybe if she had a briefcase or something like that down the line, she could be a world champion, because I think she should be. She's sort of in that female Dominic Mysterio role of like everyone just loves her. They know what she's doing.
I like your relied upon cycles in life. Things like the mythical draft. X is going to win the Royal Rumble, and there's always like 3 or 4 Money in the Bank staples. As long as they've never had it once, it's like, well, you've not left Adam Wilbourn's Money in the Bank wish list yet. So like, there's certain wrestlers out there will always Sami Zayn can win 12 world titles, but when he's lost that like 12th one, it's like it's time.
It's time. Yeah.
By the way, sorry, Nicholas, if you needed a title still, you could put Greco-Roman tangent, and there's going to be some like purists that think they don't normally go deep into the history of the business on the SmackDown preview.
Just following the Magic School Bus tangent.
Magic School Bus tangent.
No, I think we've got so far we've got from what's next for Cody Rhodes. After that, we have it's story time with Adam Wilbourn, baby.
Yep,
telling how he basically bullied a staff member into giving them
he just wanted
a room at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Shift.
And Hamflett teaches you some definitely accurate wrestling history.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Something for you to enjoy this weekend.
More All Out from Survivor Series. Do you think they're going to add even more women's tag team chaos to this? Are we going to get to see the Judgment Day here, or there could be chorus? Because at the end of the day, you've got an awesome tag team in Lash Legend and Nia Jax, and Lash has every right to be quite pissed off with the tag team champions.
Yeah, they sort of they don't really observe the. Well, I guess the champions don't have to. I was going to say they don't observe the rules of the roster split, but then the tag champions can float between the brands. So, Charlotte and Alexa were featured on Raw.
Yeah.
Are they... 2 questions. Are they Raw wrestlers now? B, should I care about this? Like, can people just go anywhere? Like, Nia Jax and Lash Legend formed on SmackDown and have already appeared a couple of times on Raw because they were there for the Survivor Series build.
Yeah.
The War Games build just ultimately brought everybody to every show, didn't it? So I guess you could. I was thinking that this would just remain a Raw program.
Charlotte's still got SmackDown when you click her name on WWE.com.
I guess, and we'll not talk about this at length right now because this can be a very early January new office conversation. But 3-hour SmackDowns are coming back.
Yeah.
which, there are certain characters that will definitely help in that regard.
We'll talk about them in a second.
Yeah. But the women's tag division is probably going to be one of them things that needs to float because you're going to need stuff to fill the time. You're going to need rivalries that actually mean something. And for better and worse, I wouldn't ever back it, but the IC title and the US title, and then to a lesser extent the tag title, just sort of force WWE to book more women. It wouldn't be the way I would go about it. I would just put the favorite characters on the board and come up with stories for them. But belts are it a lot. And they've, I would say the US title less so, but the US title with Chelsea Green, good. The Intercontinental title, full stop, good. I would say they've been a success story this year. There hasn't been many for WWE, and those belts have been one. So the tag belts, when you've got more content to fill, I would say those tag belts apply.
You alluded to our favourites, the MFTs. It's not been a great few days for Solo Sikoa. It was all going so well for Solo Sikoa right up until the end of last week's SmackDown. In case you missed it, really fun from a crap Survivor Series weekend. A really fun traditional Survivor Series elimination match on Friday. MFTs getting the victory. Solo defeating Sami Zayn. Everything looks rosy, but then Uncle Howdy showed up.
Fun's over.
The Wyatt Six have been threatening this for a while, subtly hiding in the background and then walking into shot. And then Solo was eliminated from their tourney in a brilliant match on Raw with Gunther. It's
been a very validating week for the OG MFT truthers, hasn't it? I do feel like we got a big win out of the last 7 days. A Survivor Series match that absolutely smoked everything on the actual pay-per-view of the same name.
Yeah.
And then Solo Sikoa stealing the show against Gunther. And with his act as well. That thumb behind the back spot.
Class.
That's what it's all about. That's what there's business. Once we evolved from tying each other's knobs together is what it's all about. The MFTs, how can I put this delicately? Need to destroy the Wyatt family, take the tag titles and move on.
Yes.
I think one of I'm not going to do this every week, I promise, but amongst the things I love about the MFTs has been the fact that by hook or by crook, Solo Sikoa's character says stuff and the stuff gets done. They're heels, so they're going to cheat to do it, and they're going to take shortcuts, and they're going to bully people and whatnot. But Sami Zayn, no longer United States champion. Mission not complete because there's a United States title to get back down the line. But that's why Tama Tonga is on duty. The time will come when Dragunov least expects it, where Tama Tonga might be able to turn that into actually winning the title. Sami Zayn defeated. Various other enemies of the MFTs defeated in the Survivor Series match. He wanted the tag belts. He wanted to regain the gold that they lost a year ago when he still had the Ulufala, when they were still called the New Bloodline, when he still felt his most dominant.
Yeah.
These tag belts are reflective of a different time, and he wants that back. And the Wyatts are just guys now. They're just people that sneak about.
They are closing in on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn's run as tag team champions, and I, for the life of me, can barely remember a title defense they've had.
You were there in person for the one against Street Profits, wasn't that Clash in Paris?
Oh, yeah.
So I guess you didn't have to be there. Was it Clash in Paris, or was it WrestlePalooza?
I'll look this up, because
I could have sworn it was...
Yeah, that was good fun, actually, that.
Oh, yeah, now he remembers. So much fun, it didn't exist 6 seconds ago.
10th of October was their last match. It was a title defense against the Street Profits in Perth, of course.
What are we doing? Yes, of course, the Perth match, yeah. Because that was to tease the Street Profits continuing breakup that's been just dropped cold as well. It's rubbish. This division stinks. Do you know who could fix it? The friggin' MFTs. They are the answer to so many of Triple H's Road Dogg's problems with SmackDown. It's the logical step to get the belts on the MFTs, because you set up a bunch of rivals on the way. The Guns will want a rematch against the to get their belts back, should I say. The Wyatts will be like, well, we're not finished with you. There's 2 groups. We can all fight. Me and Nicholas were both on the stream for that Perth one. Almost in spite of myself, the Wyatts and the face-painted MFTs coming face-to-face for the first time. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I want to look at that for a minute. So we're going to get it. I think you've got to get the titles on the MFTs. I would head to, you're not going to get it this week, obviously, but I would head towards maybe like on when they move SmackDown back to 3 hours in the new year, have that as one of the big tentpole matches. Tag titles on the line, Wyatt 6 versus the MFTs, and they can do like every additional member banned from ringside, or better, you have a lumberjack match.
Yeah.
Like where the MFTs and the Wyatts are allowed to stick around, and it's just right, somebody's going to win this. They're the same numbers, someone's got to give, you know.
Tonga and Eric Rowan could be really fun.
Yeah, as you do, you got all the little different combinations of the people that like for like.
Who's
Nikki Cross just batters Tongaloa. Like I just kicks his ass. Like I think like there's a solid destination here, and justice, yet more justice for the MFTs.
I do like the idea though tonight of obviously Solo coming out and basically boasting about what happened, like ignoring the fact he just got knocked out of the John Cena tournament, ignoring the fact he got laid out by Uncle Howdy last week, just coming out being like, you saw what happened last week on SmackDown? I beat up Sami Zayn. Have it. And that brings out the White 6, maybe. Your microphone's completely in the wrong position. I have one final question for you.
Yep.
And it concerns SmackDown
right.
GM, can't remember what his name is,
No.
his balls. We all saw last week
Has there not been enough of that on this podcast?
The Miz messing with his balls.
There's some string on it.
It's punishment time.
Yes.
He has to have watched it back and gone, you robbed us of a good match. Of an opportunity, because we needed a replacement for Sheamus, obviously, because you were messing with my balls whilst I was distracted with R-Truth's balls.
So now I'm going to mess with your balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought we could have a game.
Okay.
Because he's like, you know, this is all, by the way, long-term, building towards.
Miz, a celebration of life 2026.
Hoorah! Hoorah!
Yeah.
But
he's not dying. He just had 20 years in the boot.
He looked like he just had that moment the guy had at the train station. He just stopped.
It's because I just remembered, like, we had all these plans for what happens if we got a strike bowling. And we got so excited when Sid did it last night and he got a dry ice smoke effect thing. He just didn't really know what to do. He just stood in the smoke.
Cold now. How many people got strikes?
5, 6.
Name them. Name and unshame.
Danny was first, right?
Danny got one on his literal first shot.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that's when we discovered, smoke. So we didn't get anything really for that. Tom definitely got one.
Right, I'll take your word for it. I don't know.
New gaming man Tom. Jen got one.
Right, yep.
Sidge got one. Murray got one. Did you get one, but it didn't fall down?
I got one. So I don't know what happened. It was like all of them went down but one pin. And I turned around like, and then as I turned around, I just heard this. No, I don't know if it went down, that's the thing. But it just
it still stood there. I think it just had been moved slightly.
there, and I just heard the smoke come behind us, and I was like, denied the smoke. So I'm walking back and had to turn around quickly and try and run back into the smoke to just enjoy it, and then it was over. And I was basically skidding around on the alley.
Does the smoke leave a residue?
There's a lot of it.
Yeah.
But doesn't like leave it wet on the floor or anything.
Okay.
Who won? Who got the highest score?
I know the answer to this. Sorry.
Tell the people.
Adam Nicholas.
I believe so.
Smoked it as well. He was picking up spares like he...
Often the trick.
Yep.
That was rubbish.
Did you have the...
I think the motor...
the gutters on or not?
No. Good.
I'm just checking. No, I'm just checking because like sometimes I take the kids a lot, and a lot of the time it's like the things by default now.
Yeah. I see.
You know, sometimes like you used to have to ask them up for bowling with kids, whereas now everyone's turned at that guy off the tree, and it's like, I'm going to go bowling. Oh, he's going down the gutter. No, like so they just put the little walls on, so everybody thinks that bouncing off like it's not pinball, it's bowling. Pay it some respect. My 9-year-old son got a 4-bagger without those little walls up. You're a adult.
I think the moment got to me, I was so desperate to get the smoke, like the Street Profits, that I was horrendous, basically. Really bad. And my thumb kept getting stuck in the ball.
Just picturing you grabbing the button, taking you with me. Whoa, going down the lane, then just kicking the pins over at the end.
We played a game of pool in the new office, and I mind gamed Michael Sidgwick.
Did you?
Yeah.
He's normally like, this is like me and him if we
It
play.
was really funny, wasn't it?
It was. I think no one found it funnier, of course, than him himself.
Yeah.
Because how'd that get in there? I kept saying whoops because I'd like just smash it and it'd just randomly fall into position where he would be snookered and I'd be like, oh, whoops. And he was like, I know you're not doing this deliberately. You're just getting lucky.
He kept going, did I do that?
Did I do that?
And then Sidge kept going, well, but you didn't though, did you? You didn't do it.
I like hearing this because Sidgwick is, and he's always got this over me. Like, it's a marathon, not a sprint, right? And I left him on mile 1 when we used to play every dinner time. Those numbers were embarrassing. But like in the high pressure situations, he beat me 10 times out of 10. I'm not a competitive person, and that's where he shines.
Yeah.
When there's something to potentially gain, like a mini trophy, bragging rights at Christmas do, whatever. It's frigging, Stephen Andrews turned up. Like, but like 5 games over dinner, another 5-0, see you tomorrow. Like, it's just when I do, see you later, can I have my sandwich now? Like, that's my sort of speed of playing pool.
Yes.
But then the second the competitive act, something like, he turns into like the sort of, like the Street Fighter 2 turbo version of himself. Like that. Yeah, I can't compete with that.
So, SmackDown GM's balls. He's going to say, to punish you, I'm going to make you face someone. And he's like, I don't care. I'm Miz. I'll read my Wikipedia page out. I'll beat everybody at some point. I beat John Cena in the main event at WrestleMania. Did I mention that? Right? He's like, well, bloody love this, Tom. I'm going to get some use out of it. I've got some WWE legends in here. You think you're a legend. Go on.
Miz was so determined to be John Cena's last match that he filled with the GM's balls. But now the GM's like, right, you wanted to be on this so much. Well, I've got you an opponent for John Cena's last night. It's going to be all WWE superstars versus all NXT superstars.
Oh my God.
And you, the Miz, are going to take on former NXT champion Trick Williams.
Love it.
Oh my God.
And that's the call-up. And we know what's going on there, don't we? We know that's in service of.
What?
Well, F off.
Mellow.
Yeah.
Yes. But for tonight, legend time.
Okay.
Good luck, everybody.
It's time to play the game! Time to play the game! Ha 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 ha!
This is the last SmackDown preview in this office.
Great game.
Thanks for playing.
This is, which is why we've kind of kept it so professional today, the last ever SmackDown preview. What are you laughing at?
Just thinking about tortoise on a skateboard.
I'm just like, I'm just tying 2 themes together.
Don't.
This is our last ever SmackDown preview in this office, in this studio. There are a couple more of these to come, and we might get a bit of Christmas content filmed in this room,
Ooh.
which will mess with the timelines.
Oh, yeah, that's going to...
But this time next week, touch wood, we'll be doing our first SmackDown. Do you want to like say hello to a bird or whatever it is that you do when you're doing look stuff? I like that one.
Well, my lord. A magpie.
This is what I'm talking about. You know what I think sometimes, like, you'll mention just a tiny detail of youth. I was like, were you in Aristocratic Pride and Prejudice, boy? Like, I was...
Come on, my lord. I think it's meant to be Good Morning, Mr. Magpie as well.
Good morning. I said good morning to my good morning, my lord, to a bird as we were on our way in a camper van to France with Nana.
Nana.
Pardon?
Not Nana, it's Nana.
Nana.
Oh, sorry, that's much better.
Yeah. Get it right.
As I was listening to Wigfield Saturday night with Nina Nana.
And I was just thinking...
Eric's already taken it on board. He's got a Nana.
That,
He's got a grandma and a Nana.
You have to pass that down. I completely agree with that.
I was just thinking about getting my butter out of the very special class butter holder that I have.
Yeah, it was. It was our 3rd week in France. It's funny.
We've just been skiing.
Have you skied?
I think I've maybe done it once and went like Birmingham on the
dry slopes. Yeah.
For some reason, in my head, you're dressed like Rupert the Bear as well.
I could see it. You know.
Yeah, it's dressed exactly like
definitely
Rupert
the yellow trousers.
Yeah, and the matching scarf. exactly like that. Oh, it's good stuff.
So anyway, next week, fingers crossed, touching wood. Good morning, my lord. We'll be in the new studio.
Does anyone else do it? Let me know. Do you see a magpie say, good morning, my lord? Or good morning, Mr. Magpie, or whatever.
Imagine you go to like the Kermit Centre.
I was literally
50,000. Good morning, my lord, good morning, my lord, good morning, my lord, good morning, my lord, good morning, my lord.
missed the whole match because for 90 minutes I was saluting 52,000 people.
We always have a couple outside the office. I want to miss them. Goodbye, my lord.
Yeah, new office, new studios next week. It'll look very different, but rest assured, it'll sound just like you remember it.
So I have the WWE alumni page open in front of me.
God,
who will fight?
You love this game.
Yeah, who will fight The Miz tonight on Friday Night SmackDown? I'm scrolling. Everyone stop. Picking on between 1 and 12.
6.
Good start. Stand back. There's a hurricane coming through.
No. But nice for him. Nice for him to get drawn in this game, but absolutely not.
Okay. It's the battle of the Thurs.
It just works.
Okay, I'll go again.
Stand back. There's a magpie coming through. Good morning, Mr. Bird.
Because I'm my lord and I'm awesome.
Stop.
1 to 12.
12.
I can't. Who could it possibly be?
well, it's Indy Hartwell.
See, Fraser Cranium dropped that the other day when they had the mystery person. I think it was in Survivor Series. He tagged us. He was like, "It's Indy Hartwell."
I love
Indy.
You love Indy Hartwell. She's in TNA, so it's possible.
Yes,
but I'll save the Mrs. Bacon this time and say no. And we'll go for this.
All on this.
It has to be this third one.
So
we've done well
tonight-
to get 2 legends without you having to do that weird. No.
No. So this is tonight. The Miz on SmackDown as a result of SmackDown GM. Can't remember his name. Balls.
Yep.
Will face.
Stop.
Picking on between 1 and 12.
2. Oh God.
Hang on, I'm scrolling.
Oh, he scrolls again. I forget he always scrolls again. Creates a new problem.
Yeah.
Stop.
1 to 12.
2.
It's awesome. The Miz. The Miz. I'm awesome. I'll take on anyone. Who do you want to take on? Number 2.
Oh yeah. I'm the world's most awesome man. Well, the tough pal. It's the world's most dangerous man, Ken Shamrock.
Miz is getting his ass handed to him.
Get out of my way! Breaking his ankle. I beat John Cena at WrestleMania. Yeah,
I love this. You heard it here first.
The Miz versus Ken Shamrock tonight on SmackDown. You'd be mad to miss it.
Let us know your thoughts ahead of SmackDown tonight on just everything we've discussed in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. You can follow us on X at WhatCulture WWE. While you're there, you can follow Michael Hamflett. Well, not there, actually. Where?
You really need to figure out how to do this.
Yeah, we'll try and get a better one. Michael Hamflett on Cameo, hamflettx@gmail.com. It doesn't work. It fundamentally doesn't work.
But if you're on X, you can follow our long-suffering producer, Adam Nicholas, at...
It's Adam Nicholas.
And you can follow me at Adam Wilbourn. Follow us all at WhatCulture WWE. Make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling, wherever you get your podcasts from, for daily wrestling podcasts. Wrestle Culture with a hashtag Bloody Good quiz coming your way later on today. We'll be back on Monday to review the Miz versus Ken Shamrock, of course. But for now, it's been the SmackDown preview where we've talked about the MFTs under threat. Could Chelsea Green fight for a world title? What's next for Cody Rhodes? All the fallout for Survivor Series World Games. And who will be John Cena's final opponent?
The SmackDown preview. It's got all this and the Cozy Joe's dance floor.
We'll see you soon.